y'all, I'm Jennifer, and I'm going to share with you some wonderful homework helpers for the kids in your life. I'm going to start off with our Wipe Clean books. I love these for entertainment, but also for practicing those rote skills. So this one's capital letters. As you open up the inside, this actually has them grouped by the type of writing you would do to create the letters. So straight letters. We have some that just go straight through the alphabet. Some have uppercase and lowercase. But your kids are going to trace the shapes to practice their letters, not just writing them over and over again, but it's very interactive. Wipe them clean, they're dry erase markers. We even have things like math facts, where it's almost like a word problem, but they would write the numbers and do the math facts. So check out our whole collection of Wipe Clean if you're in that preschool age. Listen and Learn is great for, we have an English one if your kid's just learning to talk. It's great for vocabulary building, but we also have some in foreign languages, which I love because you may not know how to say the words in Spanish or Chinese, but you don't have to with this book. So you have different cards that you would take out and put in here, turn the book on, press go, and then as you push the picture, it's going to read it to you in that language, and then it has the English underneath as well. Super, super creative way to teach your kid a foreign language. For sight words, we have Lift the Flap word book. This is really cute. On one page, so here's a goat, there's the word goat. On this one, here's the word cat, and then they can check it by looking. So this is great for kids to kind of independently check their sight words because they can just find, I think that says shoe. Yep, there's a shoe. Really, really high quality flaps. Your kids aren't going to break them. We have wonderful story writing books. This is our basic one, my first story writing. We also have comic books. We have creative writing. This is adventure stories. And this is wonderful for stair-stepping your kids into writing. So this is for younger kids. It's very short. Pick a name. What can she do? Doodle some characters. I actually gave this one to one of my nieces, and she couldn't put it down, and she's one that wants to go outside, not stay in and read a book. She could not put this down, so it gives you story starters, it gives you vocabulary to use, it tells you when to change the plot, gives you facts about what might be happening in that situation for you to add to your story. So regardless of the interest or the ability level, this is going to be a wonderful way to engage your kids in creative writing, or if they're a reluctant reader, maybe they would love writing a story that would then get them interested in reading a story. For just references, we have things like dictionaries and thesauruses. I love our Not Your Everyday Illustrated Thesaurus. It makes finding words really fun because the pictures are really bright and colorful. It has them grouped. So here's boat, and then all kinds of different types of boats, things that boats can do. So it has them categorized. It's not the thesaurus I grew up with for sure. Here's sciencey words, invent, poisonous, sure, and then, other words that could go with it. Great reference book. Timelines of world history would be great if you are kind of a homeschool family or your kids just have a great interest in history. This literally goes through all of history with dates, times, pictures, and then it's grouped by Middle Ages. This is a huge book. The 17th century. I mean, I don't know if you can tell how big this is. It's a big book, and it's full of great information. And then I want to talk about math books because I was a math teacher. So we have times table activity book. We also have an addition and subtraction. This is a great way to have your kids practice those skills that they're practicing in school and maybe don't want to. So some of them, these are quick quizzes. You take it, you get a sticker at the end. But then they have word problems, they have pictures. Your kids aren't going to realize how much practice they're getting when they go through this book, and then there are stickers for some of the pages as well, which just make them a little bit more fun. Another great math resource is our Lift the Flap. This is fractions and decimals. We have some on like telling the time and times tables and things like that. But these are word problems that have flaps on them for them to check. Again, here's some fractions where you can lift the flap, and 3/6 makes 1/2. It's a great visual way for kids to engage. And then last, I want to show you our wrap-ups. These are great to keep in the car. I'm sure you remember having something like this as a kid, but you would match the answers side to side. Then you flip to the back and you can check your answers. This one is states and capitals. We have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. And I wanted to show you the fractions one too because I think it's really creative looking. So you have all these different shapes that your kids are going to match into fractions and then match them up. So I hope you found some things that would be helpful to have around your house to help with all of those homework problems your kids have. Happy reading!